And I believe I'm now joined with my last guest of the evening, pop country singer, right here in Lexington. I'm joined with Taylor Hughes. She's with me right now. Good evening, Taylor.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing real good. Thank you so much for being on the show. Truly
Well,
appreciate
thank you
it.
for having me.
And at your request, I did play the song that you wanted me to play,
Awesome.
and I enjoyed it. Um,
Oh, well, thank you.
so let's kick off the interview with that. Talk about the song, and what was it like recording that record?
Well, I actually just started doing, writing my own stuff a few months ago, and I had never co-wrote with anybody, but for this song, I had written like half a song, and I couldn't finish it. So I asked two good friends of mine, Ray Adams and Whitney Akey. They're two local artists from Lexington to help me, and they helped me do that. We actually, or I went into the studio yesterday for the first time. I've never recorded. We did that just like an acoustic version, and it was really awesome.
You consider yourself a country slash pop artist. What's it like trying to blend the two? What makes those two genres so appealing to you that you wanted to blend them both?
Well, I grew up on country music, and it's really where my heart is. Um, Living in Lexington, there's not a whole lot of country artists or a lot of venues that welcome country artists, so I decided to kind of mix the two. I play with a guitarist, and he's actually traditionally a jazz guitarist, but I make him play country music. But it's actually not real hard because I love both kinds of music, and we find some way to, blend them all together.
Hey, it's like peanut butter and jelly to you. That's what it is.
Exactly.
Some peanut butter jelly time. Yes. So, like, what's it like as a performer going out there, performing in front of an audience? What's that experience like? Getting a chance to perform in front of people.
um, Amazing. Growing up, I always told people I wanted to be a singer, but no one believed me. They thought it was just like, oh, she's a little kid. She doesn't want to do that. And the first time I ever sang was down in Nashville for a TV Comcast called Nashville Spotlight, and it was really nerve-wracking. And, the first few times I went out and performed for people, it was almost like an adrenaline rush, and, you're a little nervous, but now I just really love it. It kind of takes you to another world, being able to share, my music, other people's music, and just entertaining the crowd is what I live to do.
It must definitely be a great feeling, especially like after your performance, a new fan or a longtime fan comes to you and say, "I love what you do. You bring a smile on my face. You make me forget about my troubles and things like that. That is probably the greatest thing that can happen to an artist. Even more than winning awards and selling millions of records, just to help brighten people's day with your music.
It really is, I'm only 22, so I obviously haven't been through a whole lot, but, I try to write my music from, its personal experiences. I also try to think of, my audience and what they can connect to. And when I have someone come up to me, whether or not I know them or not, and they tell me that a song brought tears to their eyes or gave them cold chills, it's a really good feeling to know that, like, I'm doing something right, if you know what I mean.
Oh, you doing a lot right. Let me just tell you,
Well,
and
thank
and,
you.
and, and, and you keep on doing that because we need some Taylor Hughes up in here, and we need some, and it's shocking that there's not a lot of quote unquote country people, country artists, considering Kentucky is next to Tennessee, and I get that
Mhm.
Kentucky is mostly known for the bluegrass type of
Yes.
music, and you know, I find myself at this point in my life not listening to just one genre. I listen to a variety of them. I listen
Mhm.
to some country for crying out loud. Um, I and and it's especially at work. I'll be at work listening to some Miranda Lambert, um, some Blake Shelton, the
Mhm.
band Perry, you know, like I'm starting to know those artists know more than I know some of the other notable artists on different genres. Uh,
Yeah.
and as a country, how do you feel about music in general? Like when you listen to songs on the radio, like how do you feel as an not as a fan and as far as music is concerned?
Well, like I said, I did grow up on country, but that's because, my parents raised me on that. My friends weren't listening to country. We were listening to R&B and rap and maybe even like punk. And I really don't have just one genre I listen to. I love music, and I feel like I can connect with just about anything. When I'm getting ready for a show, I'm probably listening to country music. But if I'm just getting ready to go out with some friends to dinner or something like that, I'm probably listening to rap or R&B. So I don't really try to stick to one thing, but I feel like I connect to just about everything.
My goodness, I feel like I'm talking to a female version of me. Just listen to everything, everything. Nick, she may be listening to some type of song that I'm not even aware of. Before you know it, but
Mhm.
that's the beauty of music. Like regardless of what genre, all artists have purpose. They have
Yeah.
a story to tell. Something they have their own struggles that they want to express to the world, and it's very appealing just to you know, I guess saying it is one thing, but putting it into a song, being in a studio, recording, and just how many takes it takes to make sure you get a certain line right or vocal part right or
Mhm.
whatever the case may be. Um, the hard work pays off. Um,
It definitely does.
it pays off for sure. Um, I know you in for a busy month, Miss Hughes. Um,
I am, but I
so
like it that way. I like to
So,
keep busy
so
constantly.
so why don't you inform the people of some of your shows you got coming up? Just as we start the month of August, why don't you go ahead and promote your shows?
Sure. Next week actually has three shows. I'll be at the Twisted Cork, which is off Clays Mill Road, on August the 5th and August the 8th. It's a great little bar. They're pretty much like family, and I love performing there. I'll be there from 8 to about midnight both nights. And then on the 7th, I'll be at Chatham's, which is downtown, from 8 to 11. I heard your interview with Mandy, and she said she was going to be at Ugly Mugs in Lawrenceburg, and I'll actually be there on the 12th of August, and then at Sutton's on the 13th. But we're still booking for the rest of the month. I like to have at least 4 shows a week, so I like to keep busy constantly doing stuff.
Do you not hear this, ladies and gentlemen? Like this woman, she said she wanted to do 4 shows a week. That is
This
like
is
a
what I love to
this is
do.
like this is like a mainstream artist schedule right here. That's like a main doing 4 shows a week, girl. You are on your grind, and
I'm
I
trying
and
to.
I and I applaud you. Some people, and I get it. It could be difficult trying to find book shows, but girl, you got 4 in a
Mhm.
sport. Like, oh, I got this show to do. Oh, I got this show to do. See y'all later. Oh, I got another show to do after that. See y'all later.
Mhm.
Um, so you sent me 3 songs, and from my understanding with these songs, is this are these songs going to be included on an EP or full length album? Like how's that going on?
Well, those are just, like I said, I just recently started writing. I'm trying to get like a good solid 10 that I like because I've written a ton, but as like the artist myself, you're really picky about what you want to put out there and what you want people to hear. And probably at the end of this fall, I'll have my first album out, and those songs will be on it.
And as far as social media wise, where can people get in contact with you, keep track of your upcoming shows?
I post all my shows, songs that I've covered, if I've done a video, or like I did in the studio, I'm going to be putting those songs online. I have a Facebook page, Taylor Hughes Music, also a YouTube page, which is also Taylor Hughes Music. You can find me on Reverb Nation as the same thing. And I have an Instagram account. If you have any Instagram followers, come follow me. And, of course, Twitter like most people do.
I am so trying to get an Instagram, but now that I got me a smartphone, I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes, follow me. I
yes.
post, pictures from shows that we have and, videos and all kinds of stuff.
Well, I will be proud to make you be accountable for popping my Instagram cherry. Once I, once I,
Thanks.
once I get it up and running, the first person I'm going to follow is you.
Well, great.
Um,
That's awesome. I appreciate it.
you will be on the chilling bandwagon, for sure, via Instagram. I enjoy having you on a show, and I know I'm not a comedian, but I'm glad I can make you laugh. And this coming Wednesday, Trista Cork, man, I think I'm gonna show. I think I'm gonna come through.
Well, I hope you do. It's
Yeah,
always a good show there, and it's almost like a little family, so you'll be more than welcome there.
yeah. It's interesting that that venue is called Twisted Cork. I'm gonna assume they sell a lot of alcohol in there. Just
They do.
it's just an intriguing name for a venue. Think the Twisted Cork. Like, yeah, yeah. Drinks on me. All right. Taylor Hughes, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank
Everybody be on the
you.
lookout for her. 4 shows a week.
Yep.
She may end up doing 7 shows a week before you know it. She gonna be so busy I may not interview her again anytime soon. I'm telling you, this woman is on her grind, and I truly appreciate it. Thank you for your time, Taylor. Truly appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
You have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
That was Taylor Hughes, repping Lexington, Kentucky.